Hi there, Cancer. Thanks for joining me in this moment in space and time. This is going to be a love and relationship reading for Cancer for you guys for November 2017. And I want to thank you once again for supporting this channel through checking in, clicking in, and commenting on these readings and these videos. It's so awesome to have you there on the other end. Speaking of which, I really would encourage you to set an intention for this reading. These are general readings, even though they pertain to love and romance. So when you set the intention on the receiving end, it helps the messages travel through space and time. Okay, so that's a big one there. It doesn't matter if you're single, if you're coupled up, if you're sun, moon, ascendant, cross watching, as long as it's there for Cancer, that's where we're at, and that's what we're going to do. I think Tarot's almost ready. It's getting spitty. It wants to spit cards at you. Some of you have another younger earth sign in your environment. Your intention wants to come forward strongly. And for others of you, this could be pertaining to your desire to know whether or not an offering is going to be there or rescinded. Okay, that's the feeling I got just from that jumper. I think Tarot's ready to go here now. Going to be kind of streamlined. Quick little video just to not diving too deep here. Letting the Tarot tell the story of what's going on here for you, for the other. And we're going to look at some expectations, near future, potential outcomes, and again, expectations, near future, and potential outcomes. This expectations position can also encompass intentions, where it is that you're at right now. Okay, well, this earth sign's coming up again. They might not be that young, or they may be in a situation where they are growing into a better version of themselves. This is somebody that you might have your intention on that is coming through their spiritual journey. They're spending a lot of time improving themselves, and that's really good to see. Or if this also could, because this is you, even though you're not an earth sign, Cancer, this could be you taking the time you need, moving through your emotions somewhat slowly, and this card is more reflective of time and the journey itself that you're taking to get there. So whether you're coupled or single, this is a time to really gather in the good feeling from the people you share your love with, or the love that you give unto yourself, to take it all in, to store it up and build strength from it. So that's really good to see this. For others of you, the mundane version of this card is very true. There is somebody, and I feel they are younger, and I feel they're a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus. Now, this is somebody who may be very cautious. They might not be shy, but they might be cautious towards entering into a new relationship at this time. This is somebody that needs to feel secure in themselves, and that the other person is self-secure enough. It's almost like... it's when it comes to dating and meeting new people, insecurity is always seen as weakness. Oh, you don't want that. It's too much work, or they're going to flake, or that sort of thing. But sometimes that level of caution that's exuded is somebody who is actually very picky over their partner. They can be very... they go through a lot of deliberation in their mind, in their life, before they decide, like, I'm going to give this person a chance, or I'm going to give this a go. So if you've upset an earth sign, or if you have a lot of earth in your charts, and somebody has upset you now, and they're asking forgiveness, or for you to trust them again, this is a situation where it's like caution, proceed slowly kind of thing, right? Knight of Pentacles. All right. When it comes to the other, there's a Two of Swords. So this person is keenly aware that there is a decision that has to be made. And it could be in regards to you, and it could be in regards to their own life. The Two of Swords often suggests, though, is that there is still information that has yet to be gathered before a decision could be made, but the decision is imminent. They may not have the choice to make the choice, if that on their own terms, if that makes sense, right? You run out of time, or maybe there has been an ultimatum that has been presented to this person, maybe from a third party, and like somehow it affects you as well. Okay, Two of Swords up there. Let's see your intentions and expectations. You've pulled number 12 major, the Hangman. So, Cancer, at this time, are you feeling like maybe there's a bit of like a loss of hope that there has been, right, in somebody, or a loss of faith in somebody, or in a loss of faith in the whole, maybe desiring a relationship or partnership to begin with? Because the Hangman here, straight up in this position, says that maybe you're viewing things a little bit too fatalistically at this time. It's like, well, there's no point in trying. There's no point in opening up and that sort of thing, right? We've got 2 cards here now that suggest that things that are going on here in Cancer, that you may be a little bit more closed off than you even realize, or you're maybe a little like shaken up a little bit when things begin to get really tender and that sort of thing. I don't want to accuse you of anything, and if you're single, I almost want to feel like I would hope that you maybe kind of get off whatever sort of it is that you're doing and switch things up a little bit, because there could be something occurring that could be like affecting you in the way you're viewing love at this time. It could be maybe a lack of likes on social media, or maybe you've tried the dating websites, you've forked out a butt ton of dough, and it's like you're not getting anything, you're not getting the matches you want, you're not getting a certain amount of likes, or it's like the people you think you would resonate for some reason are not resonating with you via the online thing. And just be very careful of becoming too hooked or hung up on that, so to speak, is what this card is saying, okay? It's saying to proceed slowly, and sometimes in this day and age it seems like, well, maybe like going through the online thing is the best way to move slowly, but really it's kind of like a falsity to begin with, so to speak. It's like expectations and intentions are already set before you even lay eyes on the person, and that is 99,000 times is not going to bode well for a relationship to take root. Okay, is what I want to say. These vines in this card, they grow tall, they grow fast, but they could be swept away in any moment, right? They could be uprooted by the power of emotion or new understanding. All right, now as when it comes to them, wow, they pulled a reversal on the Hermit card. So the feeling I have is that this person may be very opposite to you. They might pick up the slack when it comes to sort of certain outgoingness in terms of passion, communication, where it's like your reserved and heavy emotional nature, it like prevents you, or sometimes you feel a little bit blocked perhaps when it comes to the outgoing nature. So don't be surprised if this person, once they've come through whatever decision they have to make, if their intention is to like have you around, and this could be friend zone for some of you, unfortunately, and for others of you this could be a situation where it's like they're just waiting. They're waiting for the time, they're waiting for the relationship to come about so that the path can be clear or the intention can be clear. Because when we see these cards up like this together with the expectation and the intention of the two of you, there is no clarity here. This is fatalistic. This is two people that really haven't bridged a gap yet. They are like they can see each other. They can even communicate at times. But it's like when it comes to recognizing what it is that's there in front of them, they both have a long way to go, all right? So whatever that means, I have to apply it to these situations. These major arcanas now are coming down heavy duty in this love reading, okay? And some of it, I will be honest with you, Cancer, it's going right above my head, right over top of it, okay? Now, in your near future, you've pulled this Ten of Pentacles card. So maybe you're feeling, yeah, F it. I feel safe on my own. I feel safe in my own abode. Every time I let somebody in, maybe I get a little bit hurt or I get a little bit shaken up. Or you're very aware of kind of the people you don't want to attract. So be very careful not to think about that too much. If you spend too much time in the negative, like sort of thinking about, oh, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want this, I absolutely cannot have that. Or, Jane down the hall told me a horror story of a guy she met on eHarmony, and it all blew up in her face, and, he ended up using her or asking for a lot of money or whatever. Like, if you spend too much time in fear-based thinking in terms of future potentialities, all you will attract is a void, okay? And it's as simple as that. And I'm sorry, Cancer, that this message is hard. Feel free to give her a thumbs down if you want, but I don't pull no punches with you guys. It's like, give it to you straight up. It has to be said. It has to be brought to the surface for those where the healing, which is the purpose of this whole channel, needs to come through in order for love to flourish and for relationships to come about and to succeed at this time. Okay, now when it comes to them, they've got a reversal of a Nine of Swords. So somebody I feel is hurting this person or has caused them some grief as well when it comes to self-esteem, when it comes to their how they view themselves, and how they almost are planning an escape. This is like Escape from Alcatraz type stuff going on here, where it's like they may be leaving a marriage, they may be leaving a long-term relationship because they have not been treated fairly, but it's like they're having trouble making the decision to commit and do so, or presenting that other third party with that ultimatum. Okay, so that's very interesting to see that. Or if for those of you, if you're in a long-term situation where things have not been going very well as of late, I would encourage positive thinking, positive communication, and laughter is going to be key. If you're wanting to like take it slow, if you're getting back on track with a person, learn to laugh together. That is the cornerstone, that is the keystone. That's where it all comes down to, okay, in terms of feeling good, promoting happiness through relationships. All right. Your eventual outcome, a 9 of Cups, okay? So don't be afraid. Sometimes people see this card and they're like, oh, single, I'm going to be single forever. I'm going to be single. No, the 9 of Cups is really just a way that you can sort of experience this part of your journey and grow love within yourself so that it can be mirrored, it can be attracted into your life. The 9 of Cups is saying do some wishful thinking, do some positive new approach. We saw it earlier here when I mentioned like stop doing whatever it is you're doing, whether it's you have to change up your timeline, your routine, your regimen. You have to be in those places of those opportunities and commit to those types of social opportunities when they arise, to go out and meet these new people. If we're stuck in thoughts of the negative, then we never go out to have any fun, and then it comes impossible, and the same old thing is happening on Tinderama or wherever, and it's like you're not getting ahead. So I hope the cards are a lot better for you coming up in December. November could be just a time where it's like you guys are very much really hibernating and caring for yourself, moving slow, okay? And if you do have a love opportunity that you wish to present, proceed with caution here. Something is going on over in this person's life, I feel, and the reason why it might not be clicking the way it might not be happening is because they haven't been decisive enough to get out of a bad situation. All right, their eventual outcome is the Star, and it's tough to say. This person that your intention is, they might be a little bit warped. They might be a little bit shaken up or in too deep, as the saying goes, with somebody to ever like truly recover. Like this, I feel now is like this. If you're involved with an Aquarius, this is somebody where they're kind of feeling a little bit stuck. They're feeling like they can't move forward without some sort of validation from self that they're going to be okay if they choose to make a decision that would change everything. It's like, wow. And it's not to say that they have to do so. It's their life. I don't know what it is. The intention is just out there. This side of things is really for the other, the intention setting for the ether, the shadowy, the unknown. This is more pertaining to you, but it is a relationship reading. I did the best I could with this one, Cancer. These were really tough cards, and there was a lot of things that this did not allow me to see into. It says it cannot be like really known at this time, but if we're viewing it as fatalistic, you can be certain through things like the law of attraction, the way cyclical patterns of behavior in life and what comes in goes, you know that there is some big changes that need to happen, and it's being mirrored by this person that you've set your intention with. Okay, love you all. We'll see you next time.